Okay, now I know I'm live. The live was up. Before, I don't know, something hiccuped. Let's just say that. Hello, everyone. Hope your Christmas was awesome. And I'm just waiting for my computer to catch up. And we will get started. So I have a few new items today. Looks like I am indeed live. Okay, and fairly good on that you can see everything. Oh, that's good because it shows a lot less in my screen. Okay, so I'm sorry for the delay. I was fiddling with my lights, trying to make it so you don't have that big ring in the middle, which it seems to be a little better today. And I found an extension arm that I could go further out, so I wasn't having to work clear up here. Anyway, enough about the technical difficulties. Show me what's new. As always, thank you for shopping with me. JackieBloom.stampinup.net. Okay, something new today. Heart-shaped. Ooh, love that. I'm using espresso ink. And I'm also using Starstruck. It's this really cute embossing folder, of which I thought I had a sample. It's here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Okay. And some Granny Apple green markers. I'm just going to move those out of the way for now. I've got a card base, and this is one of the cutouts, or dies. Cutouts. This is one of the dies in the set. I just put them there, and my stamps are there. Dun, dun, dun. And I picked out 2 paper packs. And I just went through, and I'll give you a little bit about my process. And I just picked 3 or 4. I think I did pick this wood grain one too. And then I wanted to use this. But here's tip number 1 for today. I did the wrong side. This is actually the bumped up side, and this is the bumped in side. I wanted the bumped up side on this side. So you might be asking, pray tell, how do I tell? Stampin' Up logo is facing you. However you put your paper in, which I did it like this. I did it backwards, and I put my paper in backwards. So Stampin' Up facing you, what you want bumped up facing you. Okay? Look to me, look to me. Eyes on teacher, as the teachers say. Okay. Then I also looked at these pretty patterns. And I turned this one over and I said, oh my gosh, I am in love with this pomegranate paper. So I'm like, oh no, I cannot use that side, although I love polka dots. I will do something with this later, okay? So I picked this one, which has all these fabtabulous items on here. Okay. And so at first I embossed on this, and I just ran my ink around the edges, and I wanted to show you that quick, how easy that is. Because these are really squishy pads, you just have to kind of squish it in, and you will get a great line. You could also, if you wanted a little bit more, and that just, it's doing it, but it's not doing what I wanted. There we go. So just kind of put it down at different angles, and you can get kind of more of a smooshy look if you want. Now you could go along with your blending brush or sponge dauber if you wanted a little bit less coverage, but that's direct to paper and a nice way to go. So I did this one, and then I didn't like it, so I will save this for later. Okay. So I punched this out in white, and I was just looking at, because I wanted to punch another one, I always like to look at the negative that you get, and wouldn't that, if I can get it to work, come on, come on, go back together. Anyway, you get the idea. So that would be kind of cool on a card. Or I was thinking if you raised up like these outer petals, or I don't know, maybe even raised up I don't think I'd raise up the inside, but I did kind of like the way this looks if you were wanting to put a saying in here, okay? But for the purpose of why I'm using this, that's the negative, remember, is I wanted to show you what I did with the leaves. So, like I said, I looked to the back of the paper and I looked at what colors there were, and I had the Granny Apple Green, and I thought, I want to use that. So I started with the light one and the foam brush, and I just went around and did the leaves. Just quickly, boom, boom, nothing to it, did the leaves, okay? Like so. And you could do these whatever color you wanted. If it was fall, this would be really pretty fall wreath. You could do different colors of petals. And then I went to the small end of the dark Granny Apple Green to put in the lines, or the branch, if you will. And then if you want, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see that there's a little bit of like a nubbin of where the branch would be. So I just went around and just did a couple of dots. Remember that your markers will bleed, so if you do dots, there's less bleeding because the marker has had less time soaking into the paper. So that's how you can remember that. So then I colored the branch. Okay, my white card base. And then I ran around and I did all the pieces that I used with the Early Espresso ink, distress the sides, okay? And then, what else did I do? Oh, I used the Just Because I Care and this nice little die on a piece of paper, on a piece of this color of paper. So I stamped it and then I die cut it. Okay. Oh, and then I also took this little flower and punched it out of this color of paper. Okay. And I was looking for some bling, and I really like these. These are the neutral adhesive back sequins, and this color was the closest to Early Espresso because I did not have Early Espresso in the blending pens, and I don't even know if it's available. If it is, somebody let me know. Hi, Katie. Thanks for watching. Hey, Debbie Poland. Thank you for watching. So I used these as just, little bits and pieces. Oops, sorry about that. And here is the card I made. So again, you can see the distressing. And the reason why I did that is because I stamped with this color, but that only left it in one spot. So this just kind of blended it throughout. This is the Granny Apple Green pattern paper, so I used the Granny Apple Green marker. I wanted a little bit of different color. I could have put this fresh freesia in, but I went with Melon Mambo. And here's my white piece, because I've got white back here, so I've got white here. That kind of blends in. So everything kind of flows. And then I added those little dots. And while they're not quite a triangle, they do go from here to here to here and out. So they lead you across and out of the card for balance. And you always could add a little sparkle too. Why don't we do that? Let's add, I find my newest one. my Winks of Stella are really getting empty. Hey, Debbie, where should we add this? You could splatter it all over. You could just paint it on where you want. You could have just done the edges. That would have been cool. Let's see. I don't want to ruin it. You get done and you think, oh, let's add that one more thing. I think I won't. Just for my non-glitter people, because I have some out there. And anyway, that is kind of my process and how I do it. And like I said, I will do a bonus card with maybe this same stamp set so you can see it with, not this pretty one because, you know, that's my new favorite. But I'll use some of these colors. And what's nice is that the paper packet has all matching coordinating stuff. And they tell you what the colors are. So it's a no-brainer. Just pull out the ink colors you want, kind of decide your pattern. You can either look in the catalog, the main catalog on page 22. There's a bunch of patterns there. If you happen to have the new catalogs for January through April, there's some patterns, I believe, in there. And if not, make up your own. Go to Pinterest. I mean, there's patterns out there all over the place. If you like a scrapbook page, shrink it down to a pattern. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video and are looking forward to the cards. I wanted to tell you one other thing. Everything I used on here, paper and the little dies and the embossing folder. So everything except for the ink and these little sequins is something you can get for free in January. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you on the 3rd of January, Friday the 3rd, and I hope you have a great holiday coming up. Happy New Year, everybody. Can't wait to play with more new stuff. Bye for now.